Hi everyone! In today's video, I want to talk about something very important for your language learning. As a teacher, I always try to find good and interesting videos to recommend to my students. But there is one big problem. Many English teachers or content creators, people who record videos for English learners, think they help by adding the text of what they say into the video. This is called subtitles. And sometimes subtitles are built into the video and you can't turn them off. It means you can't watch the video without them. And for me, this is the reason not to choose this video, even if the content is great. Why? Because when you watch videos with subtitles, your brain stops listening carefully. And today I want to explain to you, I want to tell you why I think subtitles might be a problem. Let me explain. Human beings, or people, are lazy by nature. And this is good. Our brain always tries to find the easiest way to do something. And when you see subtitles on the screen, your brain will read them. And you'll think you're practicing listening, but in fact, you are reading. And in real life, when you talk to people, there are no subtitles. You can't see what somebody is saying, right? So the main goal or the main purpose, the reason why you watch videos in English is to practice listening. You want to train your ear. You want to understand natural speech, accents, intonation, and speed. When you only read, you're not really practicing listening. You aren't really training your listening skills. You're just practicing reading. Of course, reading is also important, but it should be trained a little bit differently and ideally later. In some ways, reading is easier than listening because the text doesn't disappear. You can look at it again and again. Listening is different. The words are gone in 1 second. That's why it's so tempting. Tempting means that people often want to do it. It's something that a lot of people want to do. So for many people, it's so tempting to start with reading. But think about how you learned to read in your first language when you were a child. You could already speak quite well when you started learning to read. And it's the same with the second language. So when you learn English, it's the same. When you start learning to read, you need to already have a mental picture of the sounds and their combinations in your head. Otherwise, when you read, your eyes and your brain will mainly focus on the letters, and it might be difficult later not to confuse them. Let me show you an image to illustrate this. Do you know what this is? It's a crutch. And watching videos with subtitles is like walking with a crutch. If you always walk with a crutch, your leg will never get stronger. It's the same with your ears and your brain. They won't get stronger if they always have text support, if they always see the text. Okay, you may ask me, but what if it's too difficult for me? What if I watch videos in English and I understand nothing? I can't understand anything. What to do in this situation? It's a fair question, but I have a very clear answer to that. If you have this problem, if you watch a video and you don't understand the main idea, it means that this video is too advanced for your level, and it's better to start with something easier. Fortunately, nowadays there are a lot of English teachers and native speakers who make adapted videos, who record videos specifically for language learners, where they speak more slowly and they use simple words. And I believe it's better to start with those videos. And don't worry, after watching many such videos, you'll remember more words and your ear will get used to the sound, to English speech, and it will be easier to move on to videos with a more natural speed. So in some time, you'll be able to watch more difficult videos. Okay. Another common mistake that I often see is that people choose to watch short videos, like 1 or 2 minute videos. It looks like a good idea, but short videos are usually more difficult, and I'll explain why. In a short video, people speak fast and there isn't enough context. Longer videos give your ear time to adjust, to get used to adjust to the person's speaking style and to notice meaning in larger blocks of speech. And one more thing is that most people use a limited set of words. So you'll hear the same ones again and again. And this repetition can help you understand more. And this is what we want. And I believe that it's the best to start with YouTube videos. They are easier to understand than films or podcasts because you can see the picture or you can see the person who is speaking. Especially monologues, specifically recorded for language learners. These are the best, I think. Also on YouTube, there is an option of automatic subtitles. Yes, I know that I said that subtitles are evil, they are bad, you shouldn't use them, but there is one exception. It's better to watch the video without subtitles first. But if you can hear that there is a word that you don't understand, you don't know this word and you can't understand it from the context, but you are really curious, like you want to know what this word means. Or there is a name of some person. Or there is a title or a number or whatever, something that you couldn't understand, but you want to know what it is. Well, in this case, you can turn on the subtitles just for that one moment to see this word, maybe to translate it, or to see how this name is spelled, like if you want to Google it after you watch the video. And then turn them off and watch the rest of the video without them. I think that's a great option that allows you to see a piece of important information, but at the same time not to watch the whole video with subtitles. And I think that YouTube is great because of this option. Some people want to watch films in English. And I need to warn you, I need to tell you, you need to know that all movies, all films are more difficult to understand than most YouTube videos. So it's better to watch films in English if your level is high. Of course, if movies are too difficult for you, but you still want to watch them, I have a tip for you. You can watch in the original language those you've already seen with translation. So, for example, you watched a film in your language, with translation. You really liked it, and you don't mind watching it again. You want to watch it again, but this time in English. I think it's a good idea because you will practice listening and you won't feel stressed about missing out something important. You won't be stressed or confused when you hear something important in this movie and you can't understand it because you already know the plot. You know the story, what is happening in this film. Okay, so I think that's it. My main advice is watch videos without subtitles. Use subtitles only as a last resort. It means in critical situations. Trust your brain, let it work, and you'll be surprised by your progress. And now you understand why I make so many videos for beginners who are only starting learning English, because I want to give them a chance to listen to something in English, to something that they can understand. So if you know somebody who is learning English and who is a beginner, who doesn't know enough and who doesn't have enough experience to understand something complicated, please share my videos with this person and explain to them what to do, how to watch these videos. And if your level is high, or once you reach an intermediate level of English, I think it's better to move on to videos created by native speakers, and now you know how to use them effectively. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more tips for your English learning. See you next time!